We got a lot of favorable calls in the beginning of the year. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe they're making up for a few of the calls.
I get they're professionals, but sometimes it's just go back to the fundamentals, dude.
Like in rodeo, so like you ride a bull, you're talking about 8 seconds. You can hold your breath that long, you can close your eyes, like all the things, like it's just 8 seconds. I saw 187 miles an hour on the speedometer. Field of vision was like this.
Yeah.
You don't see anything outside of that. I saw a red dot. As soon as he went by me, I'm like, holy shit.
Are you ready? Okay. Welcome to the DayToDay podcast. I'm joined with our buddy Joey, Johnny, and our special guest, Vic. How we doing?
We're living the dream.
Absolutely.
Living the dream.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Well, it's good to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one.
It's the only way to shut you up.
It was. as long as I'm happy, right? Because you got to deal with me every day
Till the first.
till the first.
Oh, shit.
I know you wish it was longer.
We'll just see how the next week goes. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. You're not bad. You're not bad.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sure you have so much fun working with this goober, dude.
There's never a dull moment.
Yep. Nope.
He's affectionately known as Chuckles Brendan Tucky. Where are you at?
Yeah,
You're
it's
supposed to be
true.
on here, bro.
Where are you at? Twice.
He named him Chuckles, and I now know why.
Yeah.
Man, life's too short not to laugh, to be honest. I know that's a couch full of cliches there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but he's not wrong. I mean, if you're laughing, life is good.
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree.
absolutely.
For sure.
Mhm.
No, but for those of you that don't know, we work together at a plumbing place. We keep it very vague around here.
Yeah, we don't need to spread that. They don't pay us for that.
Exactly.
No.
No sponsorship.
I
Maybe
agree.
that'd be pretty
Not
cool.
yet.
I
though.
mean,
Not yet.
I agree.
Hey, there's room.
the answer is always no if you don't ask.
That is true.
You can use it later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I bet Danny would like that one, honestly.
Who?
Danny, you can say names, but
Oh.
just keep it.
Thought we were keeping it vague.
It is very vague.
There's like 20,000 Dannies. Who knows?
Yeah. that
I
is
got
true.
2 Dannies that work at my work, so
Even with the drops, Kelsey's still doing all right.
yeah, it is.
true.
He did have a couple big drops, but we don't have to talk about those,
We can. We still won by 10.
which is nice.
Yeah,
There's
bailed out.
Tony had a big drop again. And
It's like every week at this point.
yeah, I don't think we're going to see too much of him this week. Hopefully. I mean, I called Andy Reid, told him.
Yeah. You might want to get some stickum on his gloves this month.
The tailgating
Yeah.
impersonator,
Something.
Andy
Yeah.
Reid. Have you seen him?
Oh yeah, the real Andy, or the fake Andy Reid is what his handle was on TikTok. But yeah, my wife blessed us with some tickets. We're gonna be
That's dope.
braving the rain.
Oh,
Apparently,
Yeah.
True. But you're gonna
That's-
get them sweet ponchos.
yeah, I'm gonna get a sweet poncho. I'm not gonna be a bitch. We're gonna go ahead and rock that thing.
Mm-hmm.
We went 2 years ago when we lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship
Oh.
game. We were at that game.
Oh man, what a game to be at though. He's a
Yeah.
big Cincy fan.
Yeah, it's your fault.
So you're
I'm the
you're
only team to take Mahomes down
it's true.
besides Brady. But that's for another conversation.
No, actually, D Ford took us down in that game. If you actually broke the game
Yeah.
down, D Ford lined up offsides, which seems to be
Yeah.
a going trend these days to lose games.
Yes.
Kadarius Tony.
Kadarius Toney lost a game that we should have won.
But that's been happening the last few weeks, and it wasn't just like on him too. Like they were like showing a whole bunch of fucking clips about other games with people who are just on the line.
Jalen Waddle was the very next week. Actually, Von Miller was off on the very next play by a whole arm, and they didn't
Mhm.
call that. So it's, I mean, at the end of the day, he was clearly offsides. I'm not going to sit here and say he wasn't and that it was a BS call.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
get
mean-
they're professionals, but sometimes it's just go back to the fundamentals, dude.
How about this? You shouldn't ask the ref.
Check the
if-
ref. Just check
Well,
with them.
You shouldn't even have to do that. You know what yard line you're on.
Right.
You should be able to look at the chain gang and see where you're at
Well, you get paid millions of dollars
Yeah.
first off.
to play a kids game.
You're a
Yeah.
professional. So I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, that mistake probably shouldn't ever happen, but it's okay.
Or like you
No,
said,
and-
check with the chain gang, or
Every
like
time.
even
mean-
Julian Edelman. He said it on a podcast. He's like, why didn't he just fucking check with the ref? He's
Mhm.
like, I was like, when I was playing, I was always checking with him. He's like,
It did appear that he did, but he never got the okay. So he
right.
took
It looked like
he,
the ref
he
just
did.
let it go.
He looked. You could see him look, and then the ref didn't do anything. I would probably take that I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we got a lot of favorable calls in the beginning of the year. We got one in the Super Bowl. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe they're making up for a few of the calls. I mean, it happens. I mean, there's been some bad ones though, like the non-call pass interference in Green Bay.
Yes.
I mean, the guy was on him like a backpack.
Yes.
And then Travis Kelce on the Hail Mary, I get a lot of pushing and moving down there, but got pushed in the back clearly.
Right.
Yeah.
He couldn't even jump up. He got pushed in the back. There was two right there that they didn't call.
It's true.
But I'm also for letting them play the game.
I think the NFL needs to get their own refs.
Or something. They need to figure out something.
You know, because they're talking about that.
They're always hit or miss. It's never like really consistent.
Because the refs,
which I get. I mean, it's a fast-paced game.
I mean, it's a lot of people to look at, and you're
trying
to you have that to make the call. Did he or did he not? I say if it's in question, you throw it and then you discuss it. But then you're slowing the game down. So then what are you doing?
But I feel like if they had their own refs and they had their own standards on calling, like I get they have it now, but it would be different. A lot of players are actually talking about it because some of these refs aren't even like, yes, they're basically sponsored and paid through the NFL to do the games, but they're from like their own organization.
Right. They're their own
entity.
union.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. There's a lot of push for that because there's so many inconsistencies in the calls from group to group, you know, game to game. So I could see that.
I feel like that's with any sport, though. Yeah. I know baseball's pretty bad.
Oh, I bet
baseball's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that one umpire? Angel Hernandez.
Yeah. That motherfucker.
I mean, he cost.
That no hitter in Detroit. I forgot what his name was, but I know exactly.
Got him, and then he got homeboy from the Phillies at the end of the year.
Was that was that?
Chase.
I don't watch baseball.
I can't think. Was that Aaron Nola or something?
No,
I knew he got a no hitter a year or two ago, something like that.
No, it was. I don't remember what happened, but he threw his helmet. And he got in trouble for that.
Bryce Harper?
Bryce Harper.
Yeah,
there was something to do with him, and I don't remember what the whole situation was on that.
I think it was just a bad call, or he was just making bad calls all night. And
I think it was at the plate.
Up.
He got caught looking, and I mean, the ball was clearly not even in the zip code. Or something. I don't remember what it was.
I've never heard that one before. That was pretty good.
Stick with me, kid. You'll learn.
Hell yeah. For a couple days. We've got it down. I've learned a lot. So that's pretty cool.
All right, so you're on the spot. What have you learned?
What have I learned? Well, today I learned that the letters need to be all the same way when I'm hanging up some cast iron pipe. I need to make sure that my bands are nice and straight so it doesn't look crooked. Measure all my hangers. Make sure those are good. That's a few. I feel like I got the pass on that one.
What else did you learn?
Putting you to test.
What did we learn yesterday?
No, I'm still working on today.
Today, Greg Lou taught me about that, how it dries faster. You need a shit ton to put it in there. Learned about how to hang the pulley from the joist.
All right, let's get it. I'm going to straight. If you hand me a rod, some bitch better be able to thread.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Test your cuts before you hand them up. That's a big one.
Or they may come flying back to you.
Threefold. No, that's pretty.
Make a clean cut. You won't have a problem.
Yeah.
That was a bad deal.
It's okay. I'm sure he won't do it again.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I hope not. He's usually pretty good. I will say this: the individual is being discussed right now has only pissed me off about like one time about that thing. Like if I've gotten his ass, he's like, okay, we're not going to do that. But it seems like it's almost a daily thing. It's
just something.
It's always something.
Yeah, a little tough love.
It's definitely tough love.
Yeah.
But
sometimes, hey.
I mean, I guess if you jump him, then he fucking gets it. I mean, I guess it's just how some people learn.
Yeah, but I
you just gotta get fucking yelled at. But I bet it gets tiring fucking doing it every day.
It does. It's exhausting, and I try to keep the mood light and fun.
Yeah,
and,
I think you do a good job.
I mean, I try not to be too serious because I mean, there's a lot going on. Trying to do a lot. It's overwhelming on my behalf, and then passes on to them. It's a big job. So
That place is huge. Yeah. Do you think we could talk about the place we're working at?
yeah, I mean, it's a place that people are like bands are going to come in, set up their staging, their lighting, their sound, rock out, play out, learn the stage, pack it up, take it out on their world tour or whatever.
Oh, that's
Nice.
actually
That is
sweet.
cool.
There's 3 big.
Where's it at?
Chesterfield.
Oh,
So
makes sense. Like by the oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
But it's like right across the street from the airport, isn't it?
like right across the
Oh.
street.
So people can fly
That's what they're
in,
doing. All
fly
that.
out.
Okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
So it's
That's sweet.
It's so I mean it's a big job, a lot going on at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny will tell you that it feels like I'm there for a minute and then
Yep. Every time. Different trades.
And it's different trades.
Different
but
trades.
That's part of it. That's why I need good, competent individuals.
Attaboy.
Nah, he's good, man. Johnny, one thing I can lean on him a little bit for a guy that's new to the plumbing world. He's mechanically inclined, so he gets it.
Right.
So
I appreciate it.
he's I didn't say you were smart.
I try.
You're
Mechanically
good.
inclined. That's a compliment.
Wait,
Nah, you're
you're
good,
not that
brother.
smart yet.
Not that smart. Nope.
Nah,
I ain't got
he's
them
good.
JW balls yet, but we're working on it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, it'll be a cool project when it's done. So interested to see it.
It is pretty exciting. Would you say that that's probably one of the more interesting jobs you've ever worked on, or have you worked in some pretty cool places over the years?
Well, I've definitely worked in cool places. Did a lot of work in Florida. It's the biggest. It's probably the biggest one I've been on, like footprint wise, how big it is. I don't know. The 20-story on the beach was pretty cool.
That would be
Oh, wow.
That
That's
sounds
sweet.
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. But man, that was after the 4th floor going up. It was all the same.
Yeah.
So then it became very monotonous.
right.
Right.
Like every unit was the same going up.
Did you get a good view at a lot of times? Or
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I was
Yeah.
right on the beach. Like
That's
it
awesome.
was
Gulf
Damn.
side or?
no Atlantic side.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
So in the sunrise, we would watch it. I was on the layout crew on the deck, so I was always on the top, and we'd watch the sun come out of the back of the ocean.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
We'd fry all day.
Yeah.
Rain about 2:00. Go home.
Winter. That's Florida.
That's Florida.
Yeah, that's Florida.
That's
Florida.
That's
100%
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, just speaking of working out of state and stuff like that, I mean, I know you've lived a lot of different places, and
I have.
I was wondering kind of what the number was. I've heard Oklahoma, Florida,
So I've lived as an adult or all the way around.
just all the way
All the way
around.
around.
So I was born in Alabama.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, I love Alabama.
Pretty sure. I think we went to Arizona, then to Germany, then to Hawaii, then to Kansas. And then I lived in Kansas until I moved to Arkansas.
No,
How
he's
was
lived a
Hawaii?
lot of places. Yes, think about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arkansas, Oklahoma,
Military,
Florida.
baby?
No, well, I was. Yeah,
Oh.
my dad retired in '84.
Oh, okay.
But and then like I said, Arkansas, Florida, Oklahoma.
Wow. That's actually so
That
crazy.
is crazy.
I mean, you've seen a lot of, I mean, I'm going to say world because that's what
I
the
have.
United States for
I
me
have.
is, but, I mean, just in general, the US of A. I feel like,
I've been like the lower 48 from like Pennsylvania down and back. I've pretty much hit most of that. I've never been New York or none of that. It's
Oh,
right.
not really.
Would
my
you say
bag.
that life is very different from state to state? And
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Oh definitely.
Like affects the things you do and
I mean, different people. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
the jokes about Arkansas are pretty accurate.
yeah.
I mean, there's a reason. But no, it's Arkansas is pretty cool. Oklahoma's pretty cool. But you get down into Florida, I know that's your stomping ground. That's where all the old people go to die.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's the biggest cemetery.
Absolutely.
Or not
That's
cemetery, but old folks home.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Seriously,
believe it.
It's like
I believe it.
it is. I mean, you can't go anywhere without a grouchy old man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
All the probably gonna get in trouble for this, but all the people from north of the border come down.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The snowbirds come down, and
Mhm.
they're entitled to everything that they think they're entitled to, and
Yeah, and like traffic even gets crazy throughout the year.
oh, it's bonkers.
You know,
I
from
mean,
like when it's winter up north, traffic down south is actually crazy, and then there's never almost a break because then it's tourism.
right, and then you get I was just saying they all go home. You got about a month because they leave in about March, April,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got about a month of,
Mhm.
and then here come the vacationers.
Yes.
Fuck.
You know, they come in, they take over, they do their thing, and it's like, son of a bitch, I just want to go to dinner.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and where I lived, it was a small town, but it was all like RV parks and whatnot, and all the snowbirds took over in the wintertime. So
Early bird specials.
yeah, and like if you tried to go to dinner between 5 and 7, you were screwed.
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely.
So you either had to eat at 4 or midnight.
The nightlife there, I feel like, is crazy because just for that reason, everything just feels like it takes longer in a way.
Yeah. I'm not much of a late nighter.
Right.
I'm not a
This is late
nightclubber.
for you. I appreciate it.
I'm
Yeah.
old. I'll be 49 in a week and a couple days.
Age is just a number.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, I
Happy early
appreciate it. It's not just a number when you get up there. It's it's early to bed. Of course, you know, even on the weekends at 6 o'clock, I'm like,
Favorite rock and roll.
let's party.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm sleeping.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
I don't believe you.
No, I really am. Ask these fellows. I will party hardy until about 3. I'll be up at like probably 9. Cleaning.
Oh, yeah, I
and-
do that too.
Yeah. So,
is.
in what state? One of the things I wanted to talk about was you doing the rodeo. I feel like that's pretty neat. What state did you start that in? And
Kansas, Missouri. I
Yeah.
was here, or well, on the Kansas City side. Got in with a bunch of boys, and we'd run all over Kansas, Missouri. We'd fuck. Lake St. Louis had a place that we would come out to, Moscow Mills, right up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'd go up there. In the wintertime, there was a couple barns that hold rodeos up there.
That's dope.
Man, I went to Troy. I've been to Jeff Hillsboro.
yeah,
Oh.
I've
pretty
been
sweet.
there. The guy that still puts that on was the same guy that put it on then. You know, we'd go up into Iowa. I've been to Wisconsin, Minnesota, Oklahoma.
That's all over. So
That's
you were
dope.
touring and
Oh, yeah.
real into it.
Oh,
yeah, I know you mentioned that you said you went semi-pro there for just a
I
couple
mean,
rides or something.
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Yeah,
Wasn't my thing.
that makes sense. Well, hey, I mean, you're riding a fucking bull. I mean, that's pretty
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, that should.
You know, I
for
mean,
sure.
I'd say it was stupid.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Would you think it, in a way, like for me, for example, and I'm sure these fellas, sports for me made me who I am today. And I don't think I'd be the same without playing that football or like Joey for
Yeah.
soccer.
Right.
Yeah.
Would
yeah,
that be
I
the
mean,
same?
it definitely probably has a mold on me, like
Mhm.
kind of made me who I was. Definitely learned a lot about mental toughness.
Oh, I bet.
You know,
Who just wants to get chucked off a ball, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
so you got to
your
focus
back,
too,
your
though.
face.
I could
Time.
probably get you 100 guys to come in here today.
Yeah, true.
You know, I think the biggest thing with that was, you know, it's a mind game, right? So like this thing, you know, the animal weighs 12 to 1,500 pounds.
Right.
What the hell's my 140 pound ass doing on him? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then
Right.
it's all about, it's a mental toughness, and then it's a physical game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of physical, and then you have to block out physical pain because you're going to deal with things. There's things that are going to happen.
Be mentally
And,
tough.
you know, and you're putting your money up to play.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guaranteed contract. Even in the pros, those
Right.
guys that you see like in the PBR, those guys you see in the PRCA, they are not. They pay every event they go to.
Wow.
So they're
Oh,
betting
wow.
on themselves essentially.
Theoretically,
Oh,
That's
wow.
I
crazy.
didn't know that.
and not like $100. We're talking probably, I mean, $400 or $500 at the big ones,
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's crazy.
not including your travel, not
Yeah,
including
including
any of the other stuff. That's what you're, and there's sponsorship money out there, but I mean,
right.
I can't.
I figured
attest
you'd
to
have to be like big time for
You'd
especially
have
like
to be
bull
big,
riding
big time. Yeah,
sponsors.
but even then, I mean, you're still putting the money out, right?
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I never really realized that.
well,
what
that's
goes
part of the
into it.
sport that doesn't really get, I mean, they don't really talk too much about it.
Hmm.
I mean, you watch it on TV, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But-
get to go when it comes to you and
Mhm.
that sort of thing.
Did you ever get hurt doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dislocated this leg,
Jeez.
the Bo Jackson injury. Broke this wrist twice, this one once.
Damn.
Broken ribs,
Couldn't be me.
concussions.
Yeah.
concussion,
I bet concussion
concussion,
happen quite often. Yeah.
And I'm sure you'd probably say like you were lucky.
There was a couple times that I thought I was going to see God.
Yeah.
He wasn't there,
Yeah.
so I didn't stick around.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, there's times that, I can look back and I've got pictures at the house of some of the wrecks. How in the hell? Well, one, why did I end up there? And two, how the hell did I get out of it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but in a way, it gives you more appreciation for life too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously valuable things in life, and if you're doing that, it's a thrill. But
It is. But like I said, it taught me that's where the mental toughness came in. After you dislocate your leg and you ignore the doctor and you get back on in 2-3 months,
Mhm.
What's a football player? He's done for the year.
Yeah.
Pussy.
yeah, but they also get to go to the world's best fucking doctors, and like
Yeah.
they're
true.
making millions.
and the pro guys do too. I mean, they've got Dr. Tandy Freeman, who does a lot of orthopedic, for the sports guys in Dallas, like
Right.
that area. And there's another big time doctor down there, but I don't have that kind of money. And to me, like in rodeo, so like you ride a bull, you're talking about 8 seconds.
Mhm.
I mean, you can hold your breath that long, you can close your eyes, like all the things, like it's just 8 seconds. I can
Yeah.
block it out. So that's where the mental toughness, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
hit the ground, it all comes back. Fuck it is no longer part of the program, and now I got to get up and run
right
with a dead leg. So
That's probably the worst part.
yeah, it sucked. It really
That part
did.
sucks.
That is
Well,
crazy.
actually, when I dislocated it, I didn't even know. My buddy just watched me. I got up and I went to step and I fell and I thought I'd broke my femur.
Ooh,
Oh.
I feel like you would have heard that. I've heard that when you break a femur, it is like so distinct.
Yeah. Well, I've never done that, so I don't know the sound.
Right.
But I'll tell you that the doctor told me it would have been better had I done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they say that when you dislocate, causes like ligament, because I get this is all like there's ligaments and stuff. All he literally sedated me. My buddy was with me, pulled on my leg, like my leg was like this,
Mhm.
and he pulled it.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
Yeah.
He said I didn't scream. I don't know how I didn't, but I woke up and I just asked him, when are they going to fix me? He goes, dude, you're fixed. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Can we go?
Jeez.
But yeah, they popped it back in.
But
I followed up and basically they told me that they, want to do MRIs and all this. I'm like, I don't have insurance. I'm not your guy. And I never went back.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, like, when I'm doing heavy lifting or a lot of walking, I feel it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, maybe that goes into the whole age thing you were talking about. Like now you're feeling.
Oh yeah. I definitely feel that. Like I've got I can tell you about a time I got stepped on in my lower back.
From the bull?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, my hand was stuck. Bull came down, stepped right in my lower back, arched me like that. That was in Lathrop, Missouri.
Mm.
And then we went all the way up to Superior, Wisconsin. It was a 12-hour drive. Got on that night, and then I was like, dude, I'm done. I want to go to the house. I'll go to, it was Labor Day weekend. 03, 04, something like that. And I was like, dude, I'm done. we went to the next rodeo. I doctored out, which means I can't ride. So then I don't have to pay. And I was done. And I've got disc damage down there that I never had fixed. And so, like, for me to lift pipe up over my head, it hurts.
I'm sure. Yeah, I can only imagine.
It does. Like anything that'll compress my back, doesn't matter what it is, always hurts. But learn to not be a pussy.
Yeah, that's that mental toughness. It's
It
all
is,
tying in.
But it's gonna end up. I'm gonna end up having to get it fixed, having to have something done. But I don't want to be out of work for 6 months. I don't want to be.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. I mean, for us, our number one tool is our body. Yeah. I mean, without that it doesn't matter what you got in your tool bag.
Nope. No. I mean, the biggest part of it. I mean, nothing we deal with is light very much. Like everything we're doing right now, a couple 100 pounds, everything.
Yeah.
And
you got to be present for that. That's for sure. Be ready. Because ain't no pair of pliers gonna help with that.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. And I'm thankful to have you and Jack, kind of help with that. But at the end of the day, I know I got to do my part. That's why we do what we do.
Yeah, it's definitely teamwork, and that's kind of the cool thing is you can like for me again, I can relate that back to football, and I think that's why I like it so much is because it is the camaraderie almost. It's like being in the locker room, but you get to perform at the same time. It's
correct.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's I like being a part of the team, and I like tomorrow we'll get that we'll finish what we started today. We'll be able to go, man. It was us. It was the three of us. We got that done. Take a little bit of admiration in it. All right. Well, there's two more. Yeah, there's two more right down the road.
On to the next.
And they'll be easier, actually. This is actually the hard one. So we'll get this one knocked out. The rest of them will fly. So, but that's what I love about what we do is that I can look up there and go, we did that, we're going to do that, we're going to do that and that and that. It's like, I like to see what I do, as opposed to like a paper pusher in an office. They're like,
right.
They don't,
yeah.
There's
just
not
a
lot
button.
of,
it's
just a button, Like me, we build things with our hands and we drive through the city. Well, I worked on that one.
Yeah.
It's
even cooler to work on places you can go back to. Like this, we may not ever see again,
Right. But you could go to you put your hands on Top Golf. So you could go over there, Putt Shack, Armory, places like that here in town that are open to the public. Guns.
That's the cool part.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean,
you feel like a part of it in a way,
Yeah, I mean, there's that little bit of satisfaction, and if anybody you work with, if they say, "Oh, fuck that," I don't give bullshit. I mean, come on, man. I mean,
yeah, you gotta be happy about it. Yeah, I mean, come on, yeah. It's not just the paycheck at the end of the week, but
nah.
Yeah, I was just trying to tie it back into plumbing a little bit. I mean, what do you think other than, we talked about it being a couple 100 pounds, stuff like that, but kind of the hardest part about doing what we do or, the hardest parts in your career maybe?
Oh man. It's the mental part of it. So like it's when you show up on a job and they just say here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like trying to keep your mind basically on the task that you're at and just saying, look, this will get done, then we're on to the next. Then it's on to the next, and just kind of keeping it in for me, I have to put it in a phase. Okay, I got to finish this phase, and then it's on to this one.
Right. Make it make sense in your head.
You simplify it, or as I say, dumb it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keep it, only what's in front of me is what matters.
Which is a skill in itself, because I feel like you could, really overwhelm yourself quick. Because, I mean, for the people that don't know, I mean, how many trades you think are out there? We got,
there's
plumbers, electricians, iron workers,
sheet metal workers. You've got operators, you got pipe layers, you got
graders.
Well, that would be operators. I mean, I mean, you've got caulkers, you've got, eventually there's going to be painters, you're going to have carpenters.
Brick guys.
the
Bricklayers,
masons.
Yeah, I mean, you're
even
talking about
landscapers to extend.
Yeah,
But
like-
they'll be there. It's not long. The curbs are going in, so they're going to want to make the curbs all pretty. So I mean, before you know it, I mean, you're going to have 10, 15 trades out there, all vying for that same spot. I need to be there. No, I'm there. So fuck off. Like, you know, it's like,
true.
But you also have to be able to work with other people. So you got to have some sort of people skills, you know, because we're all going to, you know, between the MEPs, the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing guys, we have to be able to, we'll all need in this room.
Right.
Okay. Well, to me, it makes sense. Who's going to go in and put something in that's not going to be in everyone's way? If you're going to be in everyone's way, there's an order of operation.
Absolutely.
Let everybody get in there and do their thing timely. So we're not all trying to stand on top of each other, you know, and I think we're pretty fortunate that we got a good relationship with the guys that are out there. And I think that's going to happen.
Right.
Yet to be seen,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because, you know, we all have bosses. We all have people to answer to.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're all going to be going, hey, gotta get that done. They don't want to hear, well, I'm waiting on Bozo over there to finish what he's doing.
Yeah.
My boss is going, I don't give a fuck about him. Let's go, you know. But when you're out in the field, I'm the one that has to deal with him. I'm the one that's with him every day. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you want to coordinate, you know, you want a good working relationship. And I feel like we have that.
Well, it's a very important piece as well.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, that would piss me off. People in my way.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I
They'll
bet
tell
That
you
happens a
that,
lot.
you know.
I bet it happens a lot. Because Bree's dad, he's in abatement, and like he does abatement and asbestos removal,
Oh, okay.
and he complains about that shit all day, about how just people in the way and whatnot like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it sucks, especially like I'm cool until it's time to not be. And then
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, look, motherfucker, you've had your time. It's
Yeah.
time for me.
Yep.
You know, we kind of dealt with
Right.
that not too long ago. Guy told me he was going to be done on this day. I go in there, he's still in there. I'm like, hey, I told you I'm bringing a machine in here. I told you I'm going to start digging. You need to get your stuff out.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not done. Well, you told me 2 days ago when I was coming, give me a day. I gave you a day. Day's up.
Yep.
Got to go.
Yeah.
And he did. Iron workers.
Just
Oh,
had to
wow.
happen.
Just had to happen. Mike was there. He was like, I don't.
Yeah.
Right on.
Hey, but I mean, that's just the way it
It's
works.
what it is.
Yeah.
At that point, it is. And, you know, it seems like we get pushed around a lot. And I'm just not going to. If I have a say so and if I have the ability, I'm going to not get pushed around.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Hey, be careful with that. There's some fucking weird people out there.
They like our
Yeah.
toes.
Yeah.
Remember me telling you about
We
that?
got toe people that watch.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a big thing. It's
It's-
a big thing.
They
too.
just educated me on this tonight. So I thought maybe it was a random person that knew us because Gavin had mentioned about us putting our feet up looks unprofessional. I'm not saying anything about what you were doing, but
I have no
just like
feet.
doing this.
Man,
You
I
got
always,
ugly
I always
feet,
kick
though.
my feet.
And yeah, but apparently the ladies like it. And anyways, they informed me. Hey, Joe, I mean, you could tell it, dude. I mean,
Well,
They're just
anyway,
telling you.
ladies, I am married happily. My wife's a badass, so
she likes my feet.
she likes my feet.
These
I don't
feet
know.
aren't for you.
I don't think she likes your feet.
No,
I'll have to ask her about that.
I was speaking feet.
She's gonna watch this, so I mean, Adrian,
She's gonna look at you and she'll
if
be
you
like,
like Johnny's feet, you're weird.
You're weird.
if you like Vic's feet,
Well, I gotta
you're
be-
also weird.
She married these feet, bro.
True.
Put a ring on
She
your
did.
toe.
No, she put it on my hand, but you know, that'd be kind of cool.
Totally.
Adrian, you should have put a ring on my toe.
That'd
That's
be funny.
Hey, Gavin, could I do a
I do
hoopty,
got to give a
please?
shout out for the for this place, the new one.
Express Mart?
That's kind of a bougie ass gas station. for
Absolutely.
Joe.
Is
pretty
that your
nice,
first
man.
time?
Yeah, first time. I
So
was
you
rough.
popped your cherry at the new Express Mart.
Yeah,
eh?
there's some weird people that work in there.
You are the master of snacks.
I gotta know this though. Did you really eat the candy bar that I threw on the floor the day before?
Absolutely.
That laid there all day and that was half melted.
It wasn't melted today. That's why
Well,
I
no,
ate
because it was cold.
it. That's why I
Oh
waited.
my god!
Sounds like
That's
something
why I
you would do.
waited. Hold on.
So hold on. I asked him. I said, we stopped at the gas station. It's pretty much a ritual. I get a Snickers and a fountain Gatorade. Never had a fountain Gatorade.
They are pretty fire.
They are.
They are. They're great. Anyway, so I don't know, a couple hours into the day, I'm like, John, did I eat my Snickers? He goes, I don't think so. I said, I had to have, because I don't know where it's at. Towards the end of the day, I got hot, I took my jacket off, and I got a hoodie on.
The old
I'm like, son of a John. And it's fucking melted, and then I started squeezing it, and I freaking threw it in the trash can, and I missed. Oh, man, I would have ate that. So well, it's still in the wrapper. Go eat it. No,
Nope.
I'm not going to do that. And then some bitch laid there for 24 freaking
Hey,
hours.
you brought up a good part. You said it's on the clean part of the floor. That's in my corner. It was on the
Yeah,
clean
there's
part
like one clean part of the concrete
literally
floor in a
landed right in it.
construction area. That was clean.
It was shiny. Young man, it was shiny.
Anyway, I do also remember you saying, oh, I don't have enough stuff for lunch today. Next thing you know, you're doing the hobo. You're going down there and grabbing it.
I picked it up and ate it. It was cooled off. I felt it. Felt like a candy bar. I opened it and it almost
It looked like a candy bar.
it almost looked perfect. It was like
Bullshit. I
No.
smashed the hell out of
it
that
was
thing.
seriously just the chocolate looked like somebody kind of spread it.
Did Jack say you ate it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we were taking bets if I could make it into your tool bag or not.
Wait, why are we throwing shit in my tool bag?
Remember your little tool bucket? We were up on the balcony and the lift was in front of that. And I said, $5 if I can make it in the bucket. I was going to try to think of anything else.
You gonna jump into the motorcycles?
We can hit up motorcycles. Do you want to grab that one?
Yeah, what kind of motorcycles did you drive?
Well,
Or do you have one right now?
I do.
Oh.
I currently am a Harley Davidson owner.
Oh, wow, sweet.
I've been for the last 8 years.
How'd you get into them?
Well, so when I lived in Florida, some guys I was running with, they were all into crotch rockets.
Yeah,
So
I was about to say I want a
Oh.
crotch rocket really bad.
no, you don't. And
You're probably right. I probably don't. Probably fuck
so I
myself up.
started on a 600 for like,
Oh, wow.
I don't know, like 3 months. And I got tired of being last to everywhere we went. So then I traded that off for CBR 1000.
Oh, shit.
Then I was running wheelies down, Interstate 95.
Yeah.
And at the time, the relationship I was in, I was told that's not going to work.
Yeah.
I had a small child. It just didn't work. She said, it's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I sold it. And then one of the guys I was working with, Cleve, he,
Shout out to Cleve.
yeah, shout out to Cleve. Fucking asshole.
That's fun.
We were on break and he's like, man, you need to get you another bike. I'm like, man. She said that if I get another one, it's got to be comfortable for both her and I. He goes, get you a Harley. Get you a Harley. I'm like, I can't be doing that. I can't afford that. Well, some bitch pulls up Street Glide 2008, $9,900. I'm like, I can afford that.
Yeah.
Filled out the paperwork. Told her I wanted to go look at a bike. Had all the paperwork done. All I had to do was sign. So I walked in there, signed on it. I said, yeah, I'm taking it home. Don't ever do that. Talk about it before you do anything like that. So I rode that one for 4 years. Rebuilt it, fixed it up.
What does
did
that
all
look like?
That's me in Daytona.
Oh, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, what you riding now?
14. Street Glide.
Street Glide. How many cc's are those? What do they come in?
103 cubic inches.
Cubic inches?
Yep. 103. There it is.
Oh, wow. Those are nice.
Yeah, that bike's pretty clean.
Oh, nice.
You guys will
That's a nice
have,
color.
you'll have to send that to us so we
Yeah,
can put it
well.
in for you.
So you talk about like seeing the country. So 3 years ago, Adrian and I were mad at each other, and I got the brainy idea to woke up and wanted to see my daughter down in Florida. I wasn't working at the time, and it was actually the Friday before Thanksgiving. So I called my buddy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I got room. Come on." Like, cool. Then he calls me back about a half hour later. He goes, "Hey, you bringing the bike or you driving your car?" I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I hadn't even thought about it. So I looked at the weather. I'm like, taking the bike.
Taking.
That was probably a.
That was a long freaking deal. It was like 3,800 miles in 9 days.
Oh, wow.
On a motorcycle. And coming back, I went down there in 2 days, came back in one. Stopped here. It was before I was living here. Adrian and I were talking still. We worked it out, and she wanted to see me for Thanksgiving. So 1,150 miles, 22 hours, only stopped for gas.
Hey. Can only imagine how the back be feeling. The
It
legs,
sucked.
Yeah.
It took
the
me
legs,
like 2
the
days.
arms.
Took me 2 days to stand up straight, and then I had to ride from here to Kansas City.
Another 4 hours.
Yeah, about 3.5. And it was like, I don't think I looked at my bike for like a month. I was like,
I
I'm
probably
done.
wouldn't want to either.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
you
done.
sit there and you stay.
Yeah, that sucked. But it would talk about memories. I mean, just you, the open road.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's probably
Nobody
pretty
can
cool at
bother
some
you.
points.
There ain't nothing
Yeah.
going on. I mean, the bike's got cruise control. It's
Oh,
got
wow.
loud ass radio. I mean, it's
Fuck yeah.
you're set up. I mean, I've been told I'm not allowed to do it again. And I kind of have to follow her direction on that. So I was glad I was able to do it the one time.
Take her with you.
No, she don't want to do that.
Mhm.
And honestly, I don't know that I'd want to ride two people that
Yeah,
far.
I feel like that'd
I
be-
think
Oh,
you,
yeah.
because I move
Crazy.
around a lot.
Oh, yeah, that
morning,
makes
and
sense.
she wouldn't be comfortable. I mean, we've done 4-5 hours.
Damn, that's still a long
That is
time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Yeah, we went from Kansas City to Arkansas
Oh, shit.
and then back.
Do you think you get there faster on a bike compared to a car?
I mean, 85 is 85.
Yeah, I guess. But like, you can go through traffic better. Like, you
Not
know what I'm
really.
saying?
You still got I don't do that shit.
Yeah.
People's
Oh.
gonna. I'm
I
not.
think some
I'm
people do.
not- okay, but I'm not some people.
That's why I
The
asked.
lane splitting shit.
Yeah,
I
I've
See that
done the
more with,
lane
like
splitting.
crotch rockets and shit.
Some-
I did on the
some-
crotch rocky, but
Yeah.
I smoked you at 130 miles an hour. You never.
Yeah,
knew.
yeah.
One, you
you're
didn't
not
see
catching
me
it.
until I was already gone.
Yeah, you're not catching it.
But like
No,
on
it
my
definitely
street
makes
glide,
sense.
no, I'm not gonna do that. Somebody's gonna
Yeah.
open a door. Like I'm older now. I'm more wiser.
More
Mhm.
wiser.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't know if it would be faster. I know that, speed, but still, I mean, traffic
No,
happens. You
if
can-
anything, it's probably slower because I can only go about 170 miles before I got to stop. You gas.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that was the other part I was going to bring
car,
up.
I like my grandma car. It does about 400.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that is true.
like when
Yeah,
I go
makes
back to
sense.
Kansas, when I ride back to Kansas City, I got to stop in Columbia and fill it back. I mean, that's where I stop. I mean, I can
Right.
go further, but
Yeah.
I got to stop.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess, does a Harley compared to a crotch rocket have worse gas mileage? Because I
I'd
know
say
there's
they'd be about the same, just based because like
because
the
you're running
crotch
the piss
rocket,
out of
I'm gonna
crotch.
run I can run it up to 9,000 RPM.
Mhm.
Right, and you're just burning.
I mean,
You're
you're
just
just
burning it.
you're just
You're
ripping
ripping
it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're doing 100 in second gear if you want to,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
did a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not? That's what they're for.
Yeah.
You don't get one of those just a Sunday drive.
No,
No, you get them to rip it.
you get it to rip it, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you they weren't a lot of fun because they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet.
But I mean,
Oh, I'd kill myself on one. I know it happened.
I tried. It didn't
my brother
work.
got in an accident on his round.
Yeah.
Yep.
You all right?
No, yeah, he's good now, but it was fucking scary.
Yeah.
I remember that to this day.
Yeah, that was scary.
to the podcast. I gotta go.
Yeah, that was scary.
We were all
night.
playing Call of Duty, and all of a sudden Joey's
Yeah.
gone.
See, you
Yeah. I never wrecked.
happened on 55, didn't it?
In PV,
Yeah, right on the PV exit on McNutt or
Yeah.
Z.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Herky.
So I never
yeah,
wrecked
yeah.
my crotch rocket. I saw 187 miles an hour on the speedometer. They pretty much say you're probably about 165, 170 because it doesn't know how to read.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, your field of vision was like this.
Yeah.
You don't see anything outside of that.
Yeah, that's nuts. I couldn't imagine going that
And
fast.
I tacked out. I ran out of RPMs. I was at top speed. And my buddy had an older bike. His was an 02954 Honda. Bad dude. He went. I mean, he's gone. Like, I saw a red dot. As soon as he went by me, I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, let off. Don't hit the brakes. Just let the engine bring it down.
Glide it out.
Just glide it out. We were on a long stretch. It was night. May or may not have had a couple beers. I don't recommend that. It's not an endorsement. But when we got to that stop sign, I was like, that was cool. I don't ever want to freaking do that again.
Yeah.
And I never did. I did it one time.
It's good enough
It
for me.
all started with trying to just race each other. And the next thing you know, it was like, fuck you, I'm going. And I got to top speed faster than him. He was just able to go faster. He said he said he hit 212.
Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna say he didn't. I'm not gonna say he did. I'm gonna say he went by me like I was standing still. And I remember that. I just remember seeing and hearing him.
Nothing.
Jeez.
And I was like,
Yeah, he must have been flying.
we'll just let go.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah, that's
Done.
nuts.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I guess that'd be the closest thing to bull riding.
No. No, that was dumber. I was in shorts,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Nike kicks. I mean, I don't think jeans were gonna really matter at that
that's
point.
what I was
True,
about to
true,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, if that thing would have gone down, I'd have been probably dead. I mean,
yeah.
or wishing I was.
Did you have a
for
helmet
sure.
on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
never
feel like you
rode-
can't see without it going that
you
fast.
wouldn't have. I never rode a crotch rocket without a helmet, and I always rode shorts. My Harley, I never ride shorts, and I very rarely wear a helmet.
Really?
Yeah, and I even got a badass Simpson, but I
Don't want it.
don't. Nah, man, it's not cool.
It's not
It's
cool.
not
yeah,
cool.
I guess.
I mean, the helmet's cool looking. Look like a Power Ranger, but it's blue with a blue shield, but
Oh,
That's
shit.
pretty neat. Yeah. You just got to get like a little blue leotard or something.
no.
Then you'd be a real Power Ranger.
No, we're not going to do that. Yeah, I don't see me
Or
doing
what
that.
did they call the skin suits? Whatever they wear in the old Power Rangers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No.
That'd be pretty neat for Halloween. I'd like to see you pull up like that.
That's probably not going to happen.
Or you see
I'll-
some of the guys
I'll
with
just
like the
tell
panda
Adrian.
heads on their helmets and shit.
Then it'll happen. That's the kryptonite.
Adrian,
That's
do not listen to
she's
Johnny.
she's gonna watch this.
That's funny.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna get her
I'll
in.
send this clip. I'll send it on over. I'm
Send
just
the
kidding.
clip.
But
I'm
Vic,
gonna call her and tell her to change her phone number.
this has been a good podcast, brother. I appreciate you being on.
Fuck yeah, man.
Thank you for coming
got
on.
it, man.
Awesome.
Fuck
This has
yeah,
been the
man.
DayToDay podcast. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Have a good one.
Got it.
See ya.